What are two things that are taking off in the world right now? AI and red light therapy. Now, I've been reviewing red light therapy devices for many years, and I wanted to test ChatGPT to see what its recommendations are in regards to best red light therapy devices. A quick disclosure, I am affiliated with the companies mentioned in this video, meaning if you buy through my links or codes, I earn a commission. Any products in this video were sent to me free of charge. All opinions and testing are my own based on independent research and experience. This is not medical advice. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional. Okay, let's just start with a really broad question. What is the best red light therapy panel for home use? All right, well, this is going to be interesting because I do recognize that image there. All right, so this is interesting. Let's break this down. So best overall, the Infinity Pro Elite. Now, before I talk about this, I actually did a big video and posted it on my YouTube channel looking at the best red light therapy panel over a bunch of metrics. I think there were 17 panels in there. So I do know a few things about these panels. I have owned them all and tested them all. So to see the Infinity Pro Elite up there, it wasn't the top 3 panel in my comparison. So let's see what ChatGPT thinks here. Yeah, 2 red wavelengths, 2 near infrared. Pretty good, but I mean, we're seeing panels with a lot more wavelengths now. Power output, yeah, so these numbers here are the power draw from the wall. I don't recommend reading into those power metrics. I talk about it in my Insider Secret Buyer's Guide. Pretty much the wattage figure you're seeing here is a simple calculation of, let's say the LED puts out 3 watts and there are 120 LEDs. 3 times 120 is going to be 360 watts. But that is totally irrelevant in terms of the amount of power we receive on the body. What we want to look at is the irradiance figure, which is measured in milliwatts over centimeter squared. Features multi-wave technology and full body coverage. Well, multi-wave technology is referring to the multiple wavelengths. Full body coverage, yeah, you're not getting that with these smaller panels. But anyway, what else does it say here? It's recognized for premium full body treatments and advanced features. So where did this panel place in my comparison? Let's have a look. It came in here in 11th place. So this is actually the Pro Max, slightly different, but still comparable. I actually didn't like the infrared panel for a few reasons, hence why it's placed so low. Okay, so what about power and value? Well, here we've got the Platinum LED Biomax 600. What's interesting is it's stating it only has 660 and 850 nanometer red and near infrared light. That is incorrect. The Platinum LED Biomax panels actually have, I believe it's 6 or 7 wavelengths now. So yeah, that is false. Power output, higher irradiance. Yes, very high. If we go back to our shopping tool, the second most powerful device I've ever tested is a Biomax. Biomax 600 will be in here somewhere. There we go, 2023, 25th. That's quite a decent number. Features modular design suitable for stacking. That's true. Price 900, yeah, that's about right. Performance and cost. And to be honest, it's a really, really good panel. The Biomax 600 wasn't included in my comparison series. Instead, I included the larger 900, which came out first place. So, and I've done videos on comparing the 900 to the 600. But yeah, that does line up best for power and value. I mean, yeah, I think that is fair, especially because it is a smaller and cheaper version compared to the 900. There's just a few things that are wrong here. Best for versatility. I don't know exactly what that means, but the Mitre Pro X750. So here we're seeing it's actually accurate with the wavelengths. It's included the amber, which is in the Mitre Red Light Mitre Pro, plus the reds and the near infrareds. Customizable settings. Yeah, that's true. Digital control panel. Yes. Yeah, I don't actually know why. It's well, what it means by versatility here. You do have a few options to play around with different wavelengths. However, if you really want a lot of customization and a user-friendly interface, including remotes and applications, for instance, then I'd actually recommend something like the Roho Refine series, because you can individually control all the wavelengths and they still have a lot of wavelengths in there, or the block blue light panels, for instance, and they have apps. The Roho panel even has set modes where it changes the pulsing, the time, the power density for different wavelengths. So that would be my pick for versatility, not necessarily the Mitre Pro. Best for skin health, Color Red Light Elite Duo. Now, Color, not typically a high ranking panel. Let's see where they came out in my series. Yeah, the Color Elite was 14 out of 17 panels. The Elite Duo is just simply 2 Elites stacked on top of each other. I don't know why they're saying, ChatGPT is saying it's the best for skin health. I mean, it's only got 2 wavelengths. You don't have any of the other wavelengths. 590, for instance, has been shown to be beneficial for skin health. So yeah, I don't understand that. Tailored for skin health, that's not true at all. I don't think Carlin make that claim anywhere on their site. They actually say that the world's premier red light device. You can say whatever you want when it comes to promoting these products. Therapeutic red and infrared light engineered to improve skin health ultimately. So yeah, they do mention skin, but it's not specifically designed for skin health at all. Best for cognitive and mood support, red light man, infrared body light. So I actually haven't reviewed this one. 850, which is near infrared. I think though this product has a few other wavelengths. I would actually say if you're looking for something specifically for cognition and mood, then you want to look at something like the V-Light. I mean, it's a medical product. Well, it's got a medical backing, it's used in medical fields, but it's also got a consumer product, and it's literally designed for these things. So yeah, but the funny thing is, it doesn't really tie into the best panel for home as well. But I would be surprised if V-Light was recommended here because I asked for the best panel for home use. Okay, so let's try something else. Let's ask, what is the most powerful red light therapy panel currently available? Yeah, all right, so they've stated that it's the Platinum LED Biomax 900 quad setup. It combines 4 panels. Now, I actually have this set up, so it's something I know a lot about. And yeah, an average radiance of 90 milliwatts over centimeter squared. Let's see what my numbers were in the shopping tool here. Biomax 900, 8th gen, 90 milliwatts. So I'm wondering if they've actually, here we go. Yeah, the source here is from Light Therapy Insiders and Platinum LED of all places. That is correct. That is the most powerful panel that I've tested to date. The only device I've tested that had more power was the Ironforge Chroma, which is not a panel. So that is good. We won't run through all this. For those seeking a single panel alternative, the Royo Therapy Refined 3600 is noteworthy. And that's true because it's a much larger all-in-one panel and has a lot of good features. In fact, check out my review on that because it is something I really like. The power is a lot lower. Now, again, you're seeing Light Therapy Insiders mentioned a lot here. So I have no idea how ChatGPT works in terms of finding its information. If we click the sources button here, you see all sorts. Garage Gym reviews, Red Light Therapy Digest, Therapeutic Beams, Block Blue Light even. It's good to see that it's not just one source. Hey, if you're enjoying this, can you hit the like button? It's a very different video to my usual videos. But if you are enjoying it, then yeah, I'm keen to know. And be sure to subscribe as well, because I do actually do a lot of reviews and interviews and comparisons and all other cool things red light therapy related. So hit subscribe and you'll be able to see more of those. All right, let's get back. All right, how about asking something a bit more specific? What is the best tabletop red light therapy panel for skin health? All right, what do we got? Block Blue Light Power Panel tabletop device. I haven't used this, but I have used a lot of Block Blue Light panels and they are really good. They placed second in my wall panel comparison, for instance. So we got that at number 1. And yeah, we've got touchscreen, brightness control, yes. 5 wavelengths, therapeutic. Yeah, I mean, that's all correct. I don't know exactly why they've chosen it for skin health though, but that's cool. The Rouge Tabletop G3, interested to see this in here. It is a good panel, however, it's only got 2 wavelengths. Color Red Light Mini, again, only 2 wavelengths. Interesting that color keep popping up here. I wonder, I would love to know how it works, like how these recommendations are being pulled. I mean, it fascinates me. But now look, I wouldn't have come to the same conclusion as this. Yeah, the Block Blue Light panel would definitely be in the top 3. These two though, no, they wouldn't feature. I have done videos on the best red light therapy tabletop panels and even red light therapy products and devices for skin health, so you can check them out if you want to know more about my picks. But yeah, that's saying for skin health, you're looking for red and near infrared, yes, but all panels are using those wavelengths. It's also other wavelengths such as your 1060, 590 amber, for instance. And I would have liked ChatGPT to have gone further into this. So rather than just saying higher radiance is better, actually finding what the best irradiance is for skin health, because we know that you don't need a ton of power to get the benefits of photobiomodulation, red light therapy for skin health. That's why a lot of the masks that are very, very effective are quite low powered compared to panels. Of course, you're using them differently, but yeah, it's just a generalization that more is better for skin health is not necessarily the case. Treatment area, yep, correct. You want something that's going to be large enough for the face, but or I guess I didn't say facial skin, did I? I just said skin health. Yeah, well, okay. I'm making some assumptions here. Safety, user interface. Yeah, so I mean, they're very broad generalizations, and to be honest, all of these devices are going to have benefits, and that's the thing with red light therapy. It's really hard to go wrong. It's just to find the very perfect device can be a little bit trickier, but even the not perfect devices are still going to help. Okay, finally, let's ask you, what are the key things one should consider when buying a red light therapy device? Now, while this loads up, I actually have done a video on this exact topic. It's like a buyer's guide. It's based on my experiences. So let's see what ChatGPT says. Okay, so wavelength, it's saying red and near infrared, so 620 to 660. Yep, it's a good wavelength range. Near infrared 800 to 880. Yep, 810 is a good wavelength, and so is 850 in the near infrared range. So pretty much all panels are going to have wavelengths in this range anyway. And it's good that they've actually referenced some studies here. Professor Michael Hamlin is someone I've interviewed. He does great work. So yes, the wavelengths emitted are important, but like I said, all devices are going to have wavelength in these range. So that makes it easy. Irradiance. So this is the power density, the amount of light photons emitted from the device, not the amount of energy drawn from the wall, because a lot of that is lost to heat, sound, powering the control panel, for instance, the fans. So we want to see how much energy is being delivered to the body. And this is measured in milliwatts over centimeter squared. So it's saying the therapeutic range ranges from 30 to 100 milliwatts over centimeter squared at the treatment distance, typically 6 to 12 inches. Avoid misleading peak claims. Average is a lot more relevant, and this is correct, and it's something I work in my reviews. You may find a particular spot on the panel that is very, very high, but that doesn't give you a true representation of what is going on in other areas of the panel. And it's interesting here that it's got values over 150 may cause tissue heating without added benefit. Yeah, and we've got some content coming out looking at this topic, so stay tuned for that. To be honest, though, there's no panel that I know of that's putting out power at that range, at 6 inches. And there is sometimes a situation where you do want these higher figures anyway, especially if you're trying to get a lot of energy deep into the body, into a bone or deep tissue, muscle, for instance. So it depends on what you're trying to treat. Area and size, self-explanatory. And modular expandability, this is a good one as well. Pulsing capabilities, personally, I'm not a big fan of pulsing for general use, and it's good to see that ChatGPT has come to the same conclusion, but it's something you can look for. Build quality and certification. Yeah, this is something that I don't really cover, but maybe I should. And the good thing is a lot of the companies, especially the top companies, do have all of these certificates and approved manufacturing procedures in place. EMF and flicker. This is something I used to test a lot early on, but these days I don't ignore it. It's just not as important. And it's also very rare to find in a panel because it's such an easy fix. So it's not something that I get too caught up on. Controls and user interface. Yep, this is good. I mean, you need to be able to use it, especially if it has a lot of advanced functions, scientific support. So manufacturers should publish irradiance figures, like their own third-party testing, or not even third-party, just their own testing data, rather than just saying this is what the power is, and then someone like myself tests it with a spectrometer and finds out that actually it's totally misleading. So it would be good to see exactly what wavelengths have been emitted and what irradiance. Price to performance. I mean, this is something that I guess you have to do or a reviewer would have to do. Clinical evidence and use case fit. Again, it's tricky because yes, there is so much research out there on red light therapy, but there's not a lot for particular panels. So yeah, it's got to jump to conclusions, I guess, or just experiment. And I like this: beware of exaggerated claims, especially those without published specs or third-party validation, which is 100% true. So yeah, good job, I think. I think that's a really good summary. And you know what? Let's finish with something fun. What is the best go-to source for red light therapy product reviews? Fingers crossed here. There's no single gold standard. That is true. Most credible and technically detailed. Light Therapy Insiders. Woohoo, go us. And myself as number 2, alexfergus.com. That is cool to see. Go ChatGPT. Red Light Therapy Digest, yeah, another good site. And companies with transparent data. It's listed a few companies here that do share a lot of wavelengths. There are more than that though. But yeah, it's a good start. And then go on to PubMed. That's a good recommendation as well, which is better than all of these websites because all of the other websites, including myself, are either selling red light therapy products or are affiliated with them. So maybe you just want to go straight to PubMed. So anyway, hey, I hope you've enjoyed this. It was all a little bit fun. People have been asking me, hey, like ChatGPT has said this panel's the best and here's why. And you know, it's given me this recommendation. What do I think of it? So I thought I'd do this fun video. As you can see, yeah, the recommendations are okay, but there's a lot of generalizations. There's mistakes in there. I wouldn't blindly rely on a Chat GPT recommendation, just like I wouldn't rely on one single review. Watch my reviews, go to some competitors' websites, read their reviews, jump in our Facebook group, post a question in there or do a search, see what other people have said. Read the comments on the reviews as well. Head over to Reddit. A lot of people discuss red light therapy products over there. But end of the day, I do my best to review products independently and share my thoughts and feedback. And where possible, I provide objective, hard data, hard numbers, and hopefully in turn help you find the best product for your needs. So, you know what? This is probably the best video for you to go check out next. It's going to help you make that informed decision.